Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty here with another recap and review of the live-action Resident Evil Netflix TV series, this time for episode 2, The Devil You Know. And as you can probably tell, I am still not at home, so still don't have access to any of my recording stuff. Did manage to make a thumbnail for this somehow. It was very difficult. It'll look a little different from my normal thumbnails, but it also ended up too small, but I drew a cat and an angry dog, which will become relevant later. So, again, sorry for the audio quality, but, you know, gotta make do with what you have. I have a lot of Let's Plays recorded, but not a lot of the non-Let's Play videos. So, this might just be a video you just listen to and don't really watch the screen. But anyway. So, we pick up right where the previous one left off, which is Jade escaping the Umbrella people, Baxter and his crew, by jumping off this huge, fortress and landing amidst a bunch of zombies. And she doesn't get injured or anything, but that's not really a surprise to me because you know there's going to turn out to be something special about her. Like, her and her sister are not just normal girls. A random car suddenly shows up and she's able to escape. Yeah. And, he nearly gets her killed driving into this weird cave with, or tunnel with, spiky pipes coming out of the top. I don't know what that's about. That was actually pretty freaky. He stops at the last possible minute, and it's like, why did you wait that long? And then the guy, stops, gets out, and then he, points a gun at her and is like, get out of here, get off the car. Like, I saved you, but I want you to go away because I don't want to get killed by Umbrella. And I'm not sure why he didn't stop, a lot earlier. Was he actually planning to kill her with that tunnel, but because she was, begging him not to, he didn't? I don't know, it's really weird to me. But, so she's like, yeah, that's not gonna work, Umbrella's just gonna kill you. And then a bunch of zombies jump off the tunnel and end up killing the dude. And I'm sure I addressed the zombie movement thing. The zombies in this move so strangely. They run, for one thing. I don't mind that they run, but the ones jumping off the tunnel, I'm sorry, it is so freaking hilarious watching them jump. And what were they all doing up there? And how do all these people survive years in the zombie apocalypse and you don't see zombies jumping off a tunnel and just get back in the car? What the heck, man? So he dies, she takes his car. But, yeah. So Jade ends up at some sort of semi-Umbrella safe zone. It's basically protected by Umbrella, but it's still, people are just barely getting by. And she apparently has a contact there whose name is Barry, which I'm guessing is supposed to be another, oh, look, we know Resident Evil exists type of reference. And she goes and meets with his wife, Melinda, and, despite how, pieced together the rest of the area looks, Melinda's got an apartment, a normal looking apartment, and it's really confusing why her apartment looks so normal compared to how everything else looks. And she's acting super suspicious. And there's cats everywhere. I'm not even sure how all these cats are alive. At this point the cats might outnumber the humans. But she's acting super suspicious, and she ends up, I'm looking at a recap as I read this so I can remember everything that happened, even though I just watched it yesterday, because I don't want to end up trying to do what I did last time and scrolling through the Netflix episode, because I don't want to miss talking about anything. But anyway. So, Melinda's obviously hiding something, and Jade manages to contact her boyfriend, husband dude, Arjun, I think his name is, and I gotta say, I really want to know, first who Bee's father is. I guess it's that guy, but, where are they? Because they seem like they're in some kind of normal place, and they mentioned that Bee is taking ballet, so I'm really curious to learn where they are and like how, well, like what kind of place it is. But anyway, she contacts him, and she needs to get away because Umbrella's after her. And then she hears a sound when she's back out with Melinda. It's like a thump sound. And I feel like anybody who has ever played or watched any sort of zombie movie, game, show knows where this is going. And of course, Jade opens the bathroom door, and in the bathroom is Barry, who has been zombified. Apparently he got bit and chained himself up in the bathroom. So he wouldn't hurt his wife. But then, like, why did you come home and chain yourself up in the bathroom and not tell your wife any of this? You could have been like, look, honey, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn. I need to die now. But instead you don't tell her anything, and you just do that. Also, the cats are like being fed to him, and the bathtub is full of their remains, and it's very, very disturbing. But yeah. So we flash back to the past, and where Jade is grieving over Billy. Only Billy is alive. She suddenly opens her eyes, and I guess it's not a big surprise that her death didn't stick. Again, they don't seem to be just normal kids. But did Billy survive because she's not normal, or did she survive because the dog did something to her? It's a zombie dog. But anyway, Jade is all like, oh, you need a doctor. And then instead of taking her out of the building to try and find a doctor, she takes her deeper into the building. And then Wesker shows up and actually, manages to help the two of them, because this umbrella has no security. Apparently, like no real... Like, no one is watching this place. There's no guards, no like, oh, we detect people that shouldn't be here, or we detect that a dog is broken. Like, just nothing is happening. And eventually they do show, like, people on their way. But for how important Umbrella is, you'd think they'd be speeding there, but it takes them, like, 30 freaking minutes to arrive, and the girls manage to sneak out while Wesker, like, erases footage and makes it look like he was the one who was attacked. But he's determined that the girls don't go to a doctor. So they book it, and we meet a new character, Evelyn Marcus, which again, names from other Resident Evil properties. And this woman, she gives off a vibe, like he lies to her, Wesker lies to her about what happened. I feel like she knows the truth, or has some idea what the truth is, or at least knows that he's lying. Also, she has a really unique hairstyle. I've never seen hair like that, where she has like a separate piece of hair attached to her hair by like a ring type thing. It's a unique design. But oh, and I think it was mentioned in the last episode, but apparently the dog is a crazy zombie dog because of the Joy. Why did they call it Joy? Like, why are we feeding the dog antidepressants? I'm not sure that makes sense. Like I know there's a whole thing with like testing stuff on animals, but antidepressants? How are you going to tell if the dog is happy? But anyway, so another new character shows up, a woman named Diana, who seems like really caring and sympathetic, and she's like really worried about Evelyn. And it's like, so they're a couple, right? Because otherwise... Because Evelyn seems like the type where if someone like that was in her life as like an employee, they would be fired. But yeah, so that's apparently her wife, which she was getting all kind of flirty with Wesker, so that's a little weird. She does seem to care about Diana. I think Diana seems like a nice character. She's probably going to die, because the nice characters never make it. Wesker's also probably going to die. Like, I don't see Wesker surviving this, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. Because, that just does not happen. But, anyway. Evelyn is mostly focused on getting Joy out there regardless of the side effects, and Wesker actually seems to care that they could kill or hurt billions of people, but she doesn't. And Wesker does not seem to be doing well. Like, he has like a weird moment, because he he takes some of Jade's blood, and he, like, her blood after she got bit, and he puts it into a rat, and I guess doesn't see any change, and then he starts, like, freaking out, and, like, his vision's blurring, and then he injects himself with what seems to be the girl's blood, so it seems like he's dealing with some kind of condition, and he's using the girl's blood to, like, deal with it. This might also be out of order, because I feel like this... Like looking at this recap, it seems out of order from what I'm remembering, so I'll have to find a better one for next time. So I'm sorry if this is all out of order, because that really annoys me. Don't call yourself a recap if you're not actually a recap. Although I guess that's going to be ending up what I'm doing, because this is going to be inaccurate. But, well, we're too late to go back now. I only have so much time to myself to record, so I have to take it while I can. So sorry, I'll try to get it fixed for next time. But anyway. So, he puts the thing in the rat and injects himself with the blood. When he does meet with Evelyn at some point, like, he tells her he won't work on Joy, and she essentially blackmails him because they all need each other. Like, she needs his intelligence, and he needs what she calls his blood bags, which are the girls. Apparently he was only injecting himself every other week, and now he's injecting himself, like, every day, so whatever he's going through, it's getting worse. Jade tries to find out what happened in Tijuana, but the site is blocked by Umbrella. She meets some hacker guy at school called Simon, and has him get around the firewall. And she, like, leaves a comment telling the owner of the site to email her because she thinks it's happening there, and the owner of the site does, which is kind of weird because, like, you'd think Umbrella would have tried that, right? And he also shows his face to her and tells her his name really easily, so... like, if he's not assassinated, like, an episode later, it's gonna be really weird. And his name is, like, it was Rubio? But, yeah, so they speak briefly, and she tells him how in, the Umbrella Tijuana factory, a dude got bit and, like, went all crazy and started killing people and then died himself. And, like, something's going on with Billy, where... the dog does not want to be near her. And she somehow takes him out for a walk anyway. I don't know why you'd take your dog out for a walk when you're not feeling well, and the dog is acting like a crazed lunatic. But the dog runs away from her at a really random point. Like, he's walking fine for a bit, and then he's just like, no, I need to get out of here. So he takes off. A dude finds him, but is suspicious when the dog clearly doesn't want to go with her. And I guess he's fairly justified in feeling that way. He's trying to do the right thing, but I would also probably be feeling very similar to Billy in this situation, where it's just like, just give me back my dog, man, because she doesn't really want to go through having to deal with the shelter. Plus, it's all supposed to be a secret, and yeah. So, she ends up punching the guy, and then just grabs the dog and runs away. And we finally catch up with the rat, while, like, it's like intercut with scenes of, like, Billy's mouth bleeding, which is super gross and creepy, but then the rat is going psychotic and is, like, slamming its body against the glass, and this might very well be the start of the outbreak. I mean, I think we all knew that those girls would end up causing the outbreak, but yeah. So that's my probably out of order recap. The recap I was using was the Review Geek, and it says recap and review, but it's clear that they just recapped the future stuff and then the past stuff. It didn't actually recap the episode the way it happened, which I don't personally like. Like, if you're gonna do that, just say it. But yeah, so I'll try and fix this for future episodes. But in regards to this episode, I wasn't super impressed. I'd mostly just say that it was very predictable. Like I said, if you've ever experienced anything zombie related, you knew what was going to happen in Melinda's house the minute you heard the thump. We all know what's going to happen with the rat. We all know Billy is probably infected in some way. So let's hope they manage to surprise us. Like, I'm still not, like... I haven't reached any point where I'm angered with the series yet or frustrated. So that already makes it better than Welcome to Raccoon City. Zombies in this actually do things. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this rather awkwardly done review. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Please leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!